joining me again in the kitchen today. I hope you're ready for another recipe. Today I'm showing you guys one version of a meal prep that I do every other week. We are going to be making jar salads today. So every Sunday I meal prep for my husband's weekly meals for his breakfast and lunch. So my husband works about 90 hours a week, and having prepared meals is crucial in order to keep him eating healthy food versus grabbing a quick unhealthy snack. So he's also a finicky eater, though he does like his breakfast and lunch meals very, very simple. This is one of the alternating lunch meals that I typically make for him is a jar salad. They're super easy. All he has to do is dump them out into a bowl or onto a plate and, eat it up real quick and then get right back to work. I typically prepare 5 breakfasts and 5 lunch for his weekdays. I always alternate the jar salads. This coming week, of course, is going to be jar salads. The following week will likely be some kind of a soup or something that he can heat up in the microwave and just eat really quickly in the few minutes that he has available. I always try to buy the freshest organic ingredients that I can. We're eating very few foods that are bagged or that come in boxes these days, and we're feeling much better because of it. So if you guys would like to see how I make our jar salads, please stay tuned. I would love to have you join me in the kitchen today. Here we go. All right, guys, so I've already baked 8 boneless, skinless chicken breasts in the oven at 450 degrees for about 40 minutes or so. Then I let them cool down, gave them a nice chop, and that's all ready to go. This will provide approximately 1.5 chicken breasts for each jar salad. So in an effort to keep this video a little shorter for you guys, I've already washed everything. I got my lettuce washed up, I've got my tomatoes washed up, the peppers are washed, and also the onion is washed, ready to go. What I usually do is wash my lettuce first, give it a good spin in the salad spinner, and then I dump it into a separate bowl and I just allow it to kind of dry out just a little bit so that it doesn't get soggy once in the jars. Now we're just going to give all of our veggies a really good chop. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in a dish and set it aside for now. There's our green onion. Now let's go ahead and give our peppers a good chop. You can have them any way that you'd like. You can do pepper strips, you can chop them into smaller pieces, however you like your peppers cut. And like I said, these salads are for my husband. He actually prefers them to be kind of diced. All right, then we're just going to go ahead and put all of these in a bowl as well. Kind of get them to be a little bit mixed. These are very roughly chopped, my friends. Nothing fancy here. Then once we have those chopped, we're just going to set those aside as well. Now is when you're going to add your salad dressing, which, as you guys can see, I've already done. I made our dressing and I divided it evenly into these 5 jars. If you'd like to see this easy go-to, super healthy and yummy, delicious salad dressing recipe, I'll be sure to leave a link for you guys down below in the description box. You'll want to check it out, my friends. It makes the perfect amount of dressing for 5 to 6 large mason jar salads, and it is so delicious. So I always put our dressing in first so that nothing gets soggy. I don't want our lettuce to get soggy or any of our vegetables, so I try to keep that separated, and I typically put our protein source in, whether that's chicken in this case, or maybe sometimes I'll use leftover steak or ground beef if I'm making a taco salad. I do different variations on this salad every other week, like I said earlier, because my husband just likes variety. However, throughout his week, he does not like the variety. He likes to have the same salad every day, and that's how he likes it. So that's how I do it. First thing we're going to put in is the chicken. like so. Now the reason I put our protein source in first, whatever that might be, if it's chicken, if it's beef, if it is beans, I always put those in first, like I said, to separate it from everything else and keep everything from becoming soggy. With any kind of a meat source, I really like it to be able to kind of marinate into the dressing, and it is so flavorful and delicious. The only seasoning I put on this chicken is salt and pepper. I baked it, like I said, for about 40 minutes, and that's it. Nothing else added. These salads are very healthy. The salad dressing is all made from scratch, very healthy ingredients. The good thing about making and preparing your own lunches and meal prep in general is that you know every single thing that is in your food, every single ingredient. My husband and I are making a lifestyle and wellness change, and we both have some weight to lose. We really want to feel better. We're in our late 40s now and really want to start feeling better, and better late than never, right, you guys? So we're trying to eat as organic as we can, as healthy as we can, and as pure as we can. We're avoiding most things that come in boxes or bags, so on and so forth. Fresh from the garden food is our new motto. Not always possible, but we're really putting forth that effort and trying hard to make that happen. We kind of feel this way. We're either going to pay a little more for really fresh organic food, or we're going to pay later with medical bills. We've had enough medical bills in our lifetime together. We really don't care to have any more. We'd prefer to spend our money on really good healthy food, and that's just our personal preference and choice. Next thing we're going to add is the tomatoes. I really like to pick out colorful tomatoes and kind of give a little variety in each salad. Also, our tomatoes are going to provide just a little bit of an extra buffer between our chicken, our dressing, and the rest of the vegetables, especially the lettuce, helping again to keep it from becoming soggy. Next thing I like to add is our green onion. Then we're going to add our coarsely chopped peppers. And remember, you're going to be divvying all of these veggies and all of these goodies up between 5 to 7 jars. I usually only make 5 jars for my husband because the other 2 days, although he typically does work on Saturdays and Sundays, it's usually only for a few hours and he's oftentimes home. And so he doesn't need to have anything quick, and then we prepare something on the grill or a nicer meal. Then we're going to add our cheese. I no longer eat cheese, but my husband does. He loves cheese. So we're going to go ahead and stuff some cheese in there. What you want to keep in mind when making these jar salads, regardless of what ingredients you decide to use, is that when you open these up and you dump them into your bowl or onto your plate, everything's going to be upside down. So whatever's on top is going to come out first, and then your dressing will come out on top. So keep that in mind when preparing your salads. Now I would typically add a few nuts or seeds to my salad, but my husband doesn't like nuts and seeds too much, so I'm just going to leave them out. Like I said, if it was me, I'd probably do a little quinoa. I would do a lot of different colored lettuces, and I really like my food to be really colorful. And then of course, last but not least, we're going to add our lettuce. Now that it's been sitting for just a little bit, it's a little more dry. And of course, I always put my lettuce on top to prevent it from getting soggy. My husband is a big eater, so I really stuff that lettuce in there to the brim, my friends. But you can make these as small or as large as you like. You can be so creative with these. My husband's favorite jar salad that I make for him is a taco salad. If you guys want to see that, let me know. It's incredibly delicious, and I make my own taco salad dressing that used to be served at my mom and dad's restaurant. And it is the best thing you've ever tasted. I'm really going to stuff that lettuce in there, like so. One more thing I like to do is cut a lemon, get the seeds out the best you can, and just give that a little bit of a squirt on top of that lettuce. That will help to keep everything really fresh. It's not going to really flavor it much, so you're not going to get a lemony flavor if that's something you don't care for, but it is going to help keep this salad really fresh during the 5 days that it's going to be sitting in the fridge. Now we're just going to take our nifty cover. We're going to cover that up. And voila, we have our first jar salad finished. Another thing I like to add to my salads are julienne carrots, or sometimes I add red onion. Sometimes I will take leftover, what's really good is roasted vegetables. Oftentimes for myself, I will roast some peppers and eggplant, some different vegetables, and I will use those in my jar salads. So the options are endless, my friends. This is such an incredibly beautiful, healthy, easy, fast way to have a really good lunch on a work day when you have very little time. All right, my friends, all we have to do now is stack these in the fridge to store and an easy, quick lunch for every day of the work week at your fingertips. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to spend this time with me in the kitchen. I've really enjoyed spending this time with you. Please give this video a thumbs up, my friend, and also please subscribe if you aren't already. I would love to have you as part of the Bren's Beauty Boutique family here on YouTube. Have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Today is Tuesday, June 4th. 226.4. That's in pounds, my friends. And the last time I weighed myself was probably about 3 weeks ago, and I was at 242. I don't have documentation for that, sadly, but that is the case. So that's it, my friends. Embarrassing as it is, I'm putting myself out there, hoping to help someone along the way. Till next time, ciao.